begin with breaking news. On this first alert weather day, a brush fire is forcing people from their homes in Napa County on a day where most of the Bay Area is under a heat advisory. So let's get to the map here. The fire is burning near Pickett Road. So that is northeast of the Kenfick Ranch Vineyard and Winery. That's just outside Calistoga city limits. And that is where we have mandatory evacuations as well as several warnings. So the fire broke out around 3 this afternoon, and the latest numbers show it's now grown to 1,200 acres with no containment. The fire is burning in the rugged and hilly terrain south of Mount St. Helena. So CAL FIRE has deployed more than 200 firefighters as well as 28 engines and 4 air tankers to the area. We've seen air tankers dropping the fire retardant, helicopters throwing water on the flames, and just a half hour ago, we spoke on the phone with CAL FIRE Deputy Fire Marshal Eric Hernandez about the challenges crews are facing.
Coming into today, we knew that heat was going to definitely be a factor. Because it plays in, especially in these rugged terrain areas. The current area where the fire is located is basically a mountainous area on the southeast of the city of Calistoga. So there's a lot of heavy fuels, heavy brush that hasn't been touched in a few years now. So the good thing is a lot of these property owners have been doing an amazing job on creating defensible space, and it's allowing our crews to be able to gain access and defend those structures.
And that's certainly a game changer. Thanks to the defensible space in the area there that the fire marshal mentioned, CAL FIRE says there has not been any damage to homes or buildings so far. But as far as evacuations, people that live near Pickett Road, northeast of the Calistoga area, can go to the Calistoga Community Center. All right, I want to show you a time-lapse video from the Alert Wildfire Camera Network from when the fire first broke out. So it did not take long to send huge plumes of smoke into the Napa County skies. There's now an air quality advisory for today and tomorrow because of smoke from the fire. So let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Paul Hagan with more on the conditions in that specific area. Paul.
Yeah, and like everywhere else around the Bay Area, it's been hot today.
Yeah.
So that's part of the challenge facing the fire crews. It's not just the fire and it's not just the terrain. It's also just the weather that is ongoing right now. Let's take a look at the location of the Pickett Fire burning in northern Napa County. Again, it's 0% contained at this point and has grown to 1,200 acres. If we zoom in for a closer look at this, you can get a sense of the terrain on the floor map here. This is pretty rugged territory, pretty near where some of the fires back in 2020 were burning in the wake of the August lightning strikes. But again, it doesn't take too long for at least some vegetation to regrow, and that's what's now fueling this fire. 99 degrees, the latest temperature from the nearest sensor, with 22% relative humidity. That's low, but it's not critically low. Could be a lot worse. And the winds aren't all that strong. Only the strongest gusts up to around 14 miles an hour. So the fact that the humidity isn't bone dry and the winds aren't that strong, helping fire crews to at least some extent. But this fire has already grown to a size where it is going to be challenging for them to boost those containment levels.